Please comment, like,
share, and subscribe.
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Spicy, tasty vegan cuisine. Yeah.
And today is our first broadcast for 5 to 6 on Wednesday. And it should, in case of you are just tuning in and surprised, this is the voice of ECOWAS, now being broadcast every Wednesdays. Mr. Pui, say something from the side of this part of the world.
Okay.
Briefly.
This time I'm going to say it in the Mandinka language. Badingolo bi kita programme mi alon ko akuma yata bagele katuko molbe min fo kanten wole mu kewoni muso be nyame kata foloto num kana say nunto muneka ki anin say muneka ki kabrin tubabol nata anin dinol fanan nata dugol kake nyaadi suwol kono kake nyaadi le andum kenni muso fanan nyanta mako ro ke la nyamin pour ka banko samba nyato pour que la famille fanan samba nyato so bidum ngamo kendol le sodo jam mialon ko kewani musolem mama Naasira anin Dr. Joe kenni musolem ye bug sabale safe mialon ko woka be mako la domoro la karola anding mol fanan be taka nyamin kenni muso la makoro be kala nyamin musaje isi ko sabano nyato so nyenne mo koti mi alon kon ko wala kacabi andum abete yatale pour mol sa be tembendi so nyenne mo koti mi alon ko laftale pour ka fo sain na kenni muso la ko fole sain domoro la karola e kamin fo to babol kamin fo nutrition balola jata kendea so mbena wona dum kam abaraka.
Thank you very much, Mr. Pui, for that lovely translation. Mama, I want to start from you because the women are the hosts in the homes. And we want to look at nutrition here. Okay, yes. We have a call coming in. Hello? Hello, caller? Wow. Okay.
How do you receive it?
Yeah, it's like I don't receive it well. Caller, you can call again to the program. You're welcome. This is SENN FM 90.5, and this is the voice of ECOWAS, being changed from its original time of 12 noon on Thursdays to Wednesdays 5 to 6. And we are hosting Dr. Joe and Mama Naasira, who are vegetarians and also have a different perceptions in terms of relationship and nutrition, in how that they can help the ordinary human, the average human, to be healthy and have a very much happier lifespan in terms of a prolonged lifespan in our society. Doctor, okay, let me announce the numbers again. The numbers to call is 7480480. 7480480 is the number to call. All right. Now I was asking, okay, Mr. Pui, you said that in the Madinka.
Yeah.
All right, but like we did not actually understand, because like why I am asking you.
Okay, go ahead.
I want to ask Doctor that question again, because he is a man representing the men here, and Mama is representing the women, but there are various men having differences in terms of behavior, understanding, how they act, react to all, issues and all those kind of things. So like what he is understanding is a very much like a strange kind of information that is coming out, because fortunately and unfortunately, he is finding himself in a society or a regional society community wherein a lot of the issues about women are placed in the back, not in the front. All right? So, like, breaking this gap is very, very serious. Now, I'll just give you 1 minute in that, Mr. Pui, Doctor, before we come and throw a light on that.
Okay.
Because from, here is another pattern of life.
Yes.
This is Africa, another pattern of life. People are much more into like the religion, traditional laws and rules. It's like it's what governs their lives moving. And they are very much like, you must obey, this is my big brother, or this is the husband, all of us. But some even believe that only the father should say anything in the house. And when he says something, nobody else should speak. When he has given his order, it's finished. And now you are talking about like the man need to discuss with his wife in seeking opinion. There are men who does that.
I like
You're-
to
you're
think
good.
that men in America, but it was like that in America as well.
Very good, very good.
It wasn't
Anna
just the
Marie,
same
Anna Marie,
here.
you have said it all.
Yes.
What prevails in Freetown is the same that prevails here
Exactly.
in Guinea and all the other countries.
Yes.
Like
But
Guyana,
but
all-
now what we're talking about, what must be or what should be, is exactly what these gentle people are talking about. What should be in order to build a better
A
society.
better society.
But what prevails is a different thing,
Wow.
right? What prevails, to be quite honest, is the abuse and underrating of women that happens in here.
Exactly.
So this is why Mama has said it here. In any society where women are degraded, that society will not move ahead. In fact, if you should see the underdevelopment of Africa,
Yes.
the underdevelopment of the people of West Africa here, is because the women are neglected, the women are degraded.
That's true.
Right? So this is why, whether we like it or not, what prevails is what
Hello? Yeah, Malaikum salam.
Ma'am Seren, jàmm ngeen. Si rajo bi la.
Hello?
It's okay. So you see, this is why we have to inculcate those good values in order to build a better society. This is exactly what these gentle people are talking about. But what prevails is a different thing. Right? The bad culture, right? The bad temperament that men have must change. Otherwise, we will not get exactly what we want in this continent of Africa.
Hello, caller? Yes? Hello? No, Def?
Wow, si rajo bi la de, borom mobile bi si rajo bi la.
Hello?
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 Anna Marie,
No?
I think he's talking of the owner of the mobile, which is a
No,
different thing.
okay.
Right now, what prevails is a different thing. So I think with this sensitization that we are doing, in fact, this is why I'm suggesting that after this program, all the things that are said here, we can publicize it through the media, right? By coming up, writing, putting it in the newspapers, then it's going to be in the media, right? So that at least many people also will benefit, right? This is exactly what we want in Africa. Sharing and then having better relationship between the man and the woman. This is exactly what will build our society tomorrow, Doctor.
Okay, in terms of nutrition, we can generally say when you eat better, you're going to think better. I'll say it again. When you eat better, you will think better. Now, I was talking to an herbalist, Sally Ukuli, earlier, and he was talking to me about a challenge that is very common here with the men, impotency. So if we look at diet, as we call it, I like calling it change of lifestyle. I don't like the word diet, but we'll say lifestyle change. Many have diabetes. If you have diabetes, that means that there is damage in the blood supply that's going to your male member. And if you don't have the blood supply going there, then you cannot perform. In terms of high blood pressure, it's the same. It slows the supply of the blood, and with women that have hypertension, they're more than likely to have pain having this intercourse than a woman that is not suffering from hypertension. That's because her body does not lubricate normally, and more pain generally results. Naasira has a story. Let me finish with the gum. If you are chewing gum, it's sending a signal to your stomach, food is coming, food is coming, food is coming. So you have a buildup of the acid ready to break down the food. And if no food comes, then it's eating on the lining of your stomach. Now, if you are having ulcers, that affects the way you relate romantically, affects the way you communicate with others, because if you're in pain, let's face it, you are not the best partner. And in terms of prostate, which is a very big problem here, if you don't know that you should hydrate, in other words, drink water regularly and often, and avoid the things that are going to dry up your the gland, like staying away from alcohol, staying away from vinegar, staying away from white sugar. There's a laundry list of things that you should stay away from, but they're basically what we call acidic food. In other words, food that's not wholesome, junk food. So, Mama, could you?
Yeah, I wanted to also indicate on the in regards to the nutrition and in relationship. I have always had to prepare food since I was 18, 19 years old. And I find that I had a really good relationship with guys as well as women because I prepare food. And in a relationship, it's really important that the two of you get in there together in the kitchen and prepare the food. And that can help the two of you to be healthy. Many times when the woman is always in the kitchen preparing food and the man is not involved, that's when he becomes more unhealthy because the woman finally gets tired. And then also when you not eating properly with diabetes, another thing, because in my family I had an uncle who was diabetic and he was angry all the time, and it can be violent because when your body's not balanced, you know, it somewhat triggers, you know, lack of understanding. So yes, nutrition is very, very important.
Now, what Mama is talking about is that we are different from Europeans. Our body chemistry is completely different. Our pineal gland regulates different parts of our bodies, like our natural rhythms in terms of when our teeth are going to come in, when puberty starts. It also regulates the growth of the bones. So as a result, since we as melanated or people of color are denser than the Europeans, and since that is such, you'll find that our different levels that we have in terms of our blood cells itself, especially the melanated cells, we have more sulfur for the Europeans, where we have more selenium. That is why when Europeans get wet, they give off that kind of egg smell. Also, not only do we have the bones that are stronger, we also have a possibility for most people to be able to bring in more energy. For instance, most people don't know that our hair is an extension, like an antenna, of our brain. And when we cut off our hair or we put things on it, like perms and others, we're killing the proteins. We are simply reducing our ability to be the best we can be. Now, in terms of nutrition and hydration, if you don't drink enough water, if you take the coffee, the chocolate, the soda, the caffeinated teas with caffeine, the bleach or white rice, the sugar and the salt, more times than not, you are going to end up constipated. And many people, they do not hear the call when their brain tells them to go. It might be inconvenient. You know, you may not be in the right spot or whatever, but your brain will cut off the signals if you don't go. And then your brain will wait until things become so compacted that it will yell out at you. But by then, things are packed together, constipation, and it's very common for people to go 2 to 3 days without being able to have a bowel movement. And what happens? Well, if it is not moving, then it's got to go someplace. And there's a very thin line, thin membrane of tissue between the rectum and the prostate gland, the rectum and the uterus. So what happens? It migrates or moves and you have infection. If you are not aware of things to do like taking a warm bath, which will allow to stimulate the blood vessels, which will bring those particles of feces back into the bloodstream so it can be redistributed into the liver and into the kidneys and then into the colon, you have the problem. Once again, it's just lack of information. Now,
Okay, Mama, sorry, listeners, if you have been listening, this has been the voice of ECOWAS on SENN FM 90.5, and hosting Dr. Joe and Mama Naasira, who are vegetarians, and also having a very, very different perception in terms of the way this part of the world looks at relationship and nutrition, and they coming from the US also looks at it. Be rest assured that this is a series. We're just introducing the topic because we've come to the end of the program, because we reminded that the program has been changed from its usual time of 12 noon to 1:30 p.m. On Thursdays to only Wednesdays for 5 to 6. And so at this juncture, Doctor, I would like you to just give you one minute, or is it 30 seconds, just for you to say something to Wanda, because you're coming back. There's a series already, and then Mama will just also add something there, and Mr. Pui, and then we close the program for today. Remember, we are just we are testing. This is the first broadcast since the program has been changed. Yeah.
Okay, well, first of all, I'd like to give thanks for this opportunity to give this information, and also for Mr. Sali Pui as well as yourself for making this possible. And like with anything new to some people, it's going to take a moment for it to sink in. But we would like to go over and over in terms of repetition, just like we were taught before. That's how we change things. So I appreciate this opportunity.
Thank you. Mama, just say bye to listeners.
Yeah, thank you so much for everything, and we'd like for us in Africa to start bringing the unity together, husband and wives, partnership, so that we can make better children.
Ok, jërëjëf programme bi lu neex du doy fii lañ ko nderkape rek pour wan leen ne rek programme bi dinañ ko mën a continuer pour wan leen daal jigéen ak góor seen àndandoor ak wér-gu-yaram jërëjëf ba beneen yoon.
Thank you very much for joining us, listeners. This is the new time for the Voice of ECOWAS, 5 to 6 every Wednesdays. In the afternoon, you tune in to SENN FM 90.5, and I have been Hannah Marie Conte. Saying goodbye, bringing down the curtains for today's broadcast. Thank you so much for joining us. Stay tuned for the rest of the programs.
Please comment, like,
share, and subscribe.
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Spicy, tasty vegan cuisine. Yeah.